Economic concepts refer to the collection of basic ideas that explain to us on various consequences or occurrences in the economy, and from that we will understand the reason for the reaction of economic agents and how they make choices. There are three economic concepts in economy, which are number one, scarcity. Scarcity is the other word for limited. When we talk about scarcity, it has something to do with resources. Scarcity indicate that human desires exceed limited resources. Here, resources in bracket CELL. What are CELL stand for? C is for capital, E entrepreneur, L labor, and another L refers to land. So scarcity refers to limited resources versus human desires are unlimited. Due to scarcity, due to the problem of scarcity, people need to make a choice. So from all other option, because we cannot get all. Understand? Remember, our desire is unlimited, but we have limited resources. We cannot take all, so we need to make a choice. When we make a choice, then there will be an opportunity cost, which refers to second best alternative that we have to let go because we prefer the first choice that we believe will give us more satisfaction. Let's take a look at a simple example of economic concept. Land. Land is one of the economic resources. Land is limited resources. For example, you have 1 acre of land. You cannot build all what you want on that particular land. That 1 acre of land, you cannot plan to build hospital, clinics, school, malls, or residential area. No, you can't because you only have 1 acre of land that is limited. So you need to make a choice. If you list down variety of your choices, 1 hospital, number 2 shopping mall, number 3 school, number 4 mosque. And after you consider everything, you decide to build hospital. Then mall is your opportunity cost. Because shopping mall is in your second rank. Okay? In economics, there are 4 main resources or FOP, factors of production. Resources are items or input that are used in the production process meant to produce final goods and services. C stand for capital. In economics, in your level, for ECO 560, we don't focus on financial capital. Instead, capital in economics refer to only man-made resources used in the production process. When we say man-made resources, it means that these resources are invented by human for the use in production process. For example, number 1, machinery. So can you figure out what are the other man-made resources used by the producer in producing their goods and services? Guess. Let's take a look at number 2. E. E stands for entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are those individuals who combines land, labor, and capital to produce final goods and services. And normally, entrepreneurs are those people who are willing to take a business risk. When I said business risk, it refers to profit or loss. So basically, entrepreneurs are a business person. For example, restaurant owner. L, land. Land refers to free natural resources used in the production of goods and services. For example, land itself. Okay? So, but land is no more free. You need to purchase land from someone. But of course, when we say free natural resources, we don't make it. We don't produce it. We don't create it. It is already provided by Lord, by Allah. So land is the land itself. So what are the free natural resources? Some of you may say sea or water. Okay, sea and water no more free. But is there the real free natural resources used in the production process? Can you figure out? And finally, the second L refers to labor. Labor is myself. I work for somebody else. I provide my physical and mental activities. When I say physical activities, it means that I go to class, I guide you on this subject. So that is my physical. Mental activities, becoming a lecturer, you must be ready to produce books, to produce research, to do some invention. So you are using your mental activities. So can you guess what are the other labor other than lecturer? If they are basic economic concept, we also have basic economic problems. What are the basic economic problems? Number one, what to produce. It is really a problem, right? Because as a person, it doesn't mean that when you plan to do a business, you wake up early in the morning, then ting, you know what to produce already. No. There must be a brainstorming session. You need to talk to somebody else. You need to do some research. You need to understand the economic situation. You need to see the surrounding of you. Then you can decide what to produce. Right? So you must choose the type of and quantity of good that you need to produce. Of course, when we talk about what to produce, we need to decide whether to produce goods or to provide services. Okay, so once you have decided want to produce goods, for example, I love to eat buns, I love to consume pastries, so I want to open up bakery shop. Okay, I decided to produce buns, pastries, of course, beverages and cakes. So now come the second question or the second problem. I want to produce pastries, cakes, buns. I want to open up a bakery shop. But how am I going to do this? How to produce these items? We should go or choose the cheapest production method. We have two types of production. Number one, labor intensive or machinery intensive. If we want to produce mass production, so why not we go for the machinery or technology intensive. So mass production suitable using the technology intensive. It is cheaper. The default must be very, very minimum, faster, okay? And yeah, the most important thing, it must be cheaper. Finally, after I produce all these items, who am I going to sell it to? So we need to decide for whom to produce. So this one, we will decide who will get the economic benefits. In Malaysia, we have three categories of income earners. B40, M40, and T20. Do you know how to differentiate between these three? Who are those under B40, M40 and T20? To summarize it, B40 refers to low income earner, M40 middle income earner, and T20 those who have higher income. Okay, so if I plan to sell my cakes, pastries, and buns to the lower income earner, to B40 group, then I may open up my shop at Aeon Mall, Lotus, so I can sell it cheaper. But if I meant for T20, I should go where? Should I go to Pavilion? Should I go to KLCC? And should I charge higher prices? So, this is the basic economic problem in which we need to decide what we want to produce. Whether we want to produce goods or we want to provide services. Then, go for the cheapest production method. Finally, decide who is our target consumer.